Today I'm comparing 4 car dash cams to see which one comes out on top. I've got 2 from Amazon, 1 from Best Buy, and 1 as seen on TV. Which one works best? Let's find out in today's review. Hey guys, if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so for more videos like this. Now today I wanted to do something a little bit different, kind of by request. Now 2 years ago I did the HD mirror cam, which is an as seen on TV car dash cam. Didn't really work out too well, but in those 2 years I've gotten a lot of people ask me what car dash cam I would recommend, and I don't really have an answer because the as seen on TV industry hasn't released too many of these. None of them I would recommend. So what I did today was I picked up 2 dash cams from Amazon, 1 highly rated, 1 kind of on the newer side, and the popular Garmin brand. This is the Garmin Dashcam 45, which is kind of their mid-range model. I want to compare those 3 with the HD mirror cam and see which ones come out on top. First up is the Vantrue dash cam. Let's look at the specs and then crack it open. Next up, it's the Garmin 45. Let's crack this open and take a look at its specs. This one I'm not really sure how to pronounce. It looks like the V-Sisto M16. I'm going to refer to the M16 from now on. This is another mirror cam like the HD mirror cam, so let's see how this one looks. And finally, it's the HD mirror cam, the as seen on TV offering. So let's see the specs on this one and then get started. All right, so I'm on my way to Best Buy now because I have to deal with the SD card situation. Here is the SD card situation. The HD mirror cam, I think it only holds up to 32 gig, and I believe it came with an 8 gig card. I'm not sure if it still does or not, but that's the one I have. The Garmin comes with an 8 gig card, and it can take up to 64 gig, so I'm not going to buy a new one just for testing it out. The M16 doesn't come with a card. It requires 2 cards, and it can handle up to 128 gig, and the Vantrue doesn't come with an SD card, and it can take up to 256 gig. So I'm off my way to Best Buy to buy some SD cards so I can get started with the dash cams. So my first test is to see how easy they are to install, so let's try that right now. All right, for mounting, the Vantrue is probably the easiest. It uses a suction cup, which has held up quite well since I've been using it for over a week now. And I can actually do it one hand. You just press it against the window, slide the lever over, and that's it. And it stays pretty solid. I've never had it even come close to fall off. And you can see that's pretty solid. Taking it off, just the reverse, pull that tab, and you're supposed to use 2 hands for that. So yeah, one hand, installation for the Vantrue, very easy. Now over here to the Garmin, I had to use some tape to mount that one because the instructions say the adhesive is extremely difficult to remove and to use caution. You can't see it. The Garmin has a adhesive that there's a piece of plastic over. I didn't remove the plastic because I didn't want to be stuck with it here, so I put tape in its place. But when you do mount the Garmin, you're going to have to, you basically can mount it once. They're telling you that once you mount it, you're going to have a hard time moving it. So it's easy to mount once, not so easy to mount multiple times. Now the HD mirror cam and the M16 are both mirror cams. They just attach over your existing mirror. They both use these little straps here to go over your rearview mirror. Let me show you how that works. So you're supposed to pull this strap over and make sure the wire is not in front of it. Kind of hook it over there like that. You see, it's not quite as easy. And there you have it. HD mirror cam mounts the exact same way. Both of them, the SD cards are up here, which I find a little bit difficult to find and get them out of there. I've actually had to take the mirrors off to get them out. So I wish they were in the bottom. It would make more sense to be able to just push it out of the bottom and get it out. Accessing the SD cards, the Vantrue, you can pretty much turn it on the side here, and it's right inside there. The Garmin, the SD card's very easy. You just pop it out of here on the bottom. Let's see how these cameras do in a daytime setting. All right, let's take a look at the daytime shots now. First up, let's look at the Vantrue right now. We're gonna do the Vantrue audio and video. It's raining, so I just got a lane departure warning from the Garmin, and I did not depart my lanes. So as you can see, the Garmin sometimes sends off signals that are not accurate. right, so this is the Vantrue audio. How does my green striped shirt look on the rear camera? How does that look? Next up, we're going to go to the M16. How does that look from the front camera right now? Front camera on the M16. Should look pretty good. Now for the rear camera on the M16. One thing I was noticing, the M16 looked a little bit like it was reversed. So this is my right hand, this is my left hand. All right, so that way is the driver's side, and that way is the passenger side. Let's see if it's reversed or not. But how does it look? How does the M16 look right now? Let's switch over to the HD mirror cam. I'm having a hard time getting that one lined up, but let's see how that looks right now. HD mirror cam and the audio for the HD mirror cam. See how that sounds as well. Next up, the Garmin. Now I'm going to use the audio from my digital recorder on the Garmin because the Garmin audio is so quiet that it's hard to hear it. So we're going to stick with the non-Garmin audio. But how does it look? I think the Garmin picture is pretty good. I also like some of the warnings it gives, although a lot of them are sometimes false. So now what I'm going to do is for this daytime shot is hang a U-turn and do all of them together. All right, here we go. This is the all four of them together. Which picture looks best? Which picture looks best to you guys in the daytime? I know the nighttime I had my favorites, but the daytime, let's see how they look. Now I'm going to just compare the two rear cameras from the Vantrue and the M16. How do I look on these two? Put them side by side. How do those two look together? Now the M16 might be a little bit crooked, and that's not the fault of the M16. That is the fault of my bad configuration, having two mirrors hooked onto one. But how do they look? I think the Vantrue was better last night, and I think it will probably look better today. It seems like a better camera. Don't cut me off. I got a dash cam. I got dash cams. Don't cut me off. Which one looks best? Vantrue, M16, HD mirror cam, Garmin. All of them together. Which one looks best? Don't cut me off, I have 4 dash cams. Next up, here's how all the cameras look and sound at night. All right, before I go on with the night shots, I had a little bit of a technical problem with the HD mirror cam. Let me show you. It has this swivel cam, which I think is kind of cool, because it goes to 350 degrees. You can point it in the back seat. Easy to aim, that's great. But the problem is once in a while, if it seems kind of loose, see, look, sometimes it's a little bit loose. And if you hit a bump or if you turn a corner, sometimes it can just move just a little bit. And in the case of my nighttime comparison, it was pointing off to the center of the road and downward. I didn't think it was fair for the HD mirror cam, so I'm out here at night again, retracing my steps. You'll notice the timestamp is different, but I think it's a more accurate comparison to the others rather than showing you how here's how it looked actually when it was pointed the wrong direction. I say shut off, I mean turn the display off. They're still recording, but... So as you can see, I think it was more fair for me to go out and redo it for the HD mirror cam. So here's how the more accurate comparison looks. All right, let me show you what this monstrosity looks like when you turn all 4 of them on at once. All right, let's do it. We've got 3 of them. All right, and there it goes. All right, we got all 4 in this monstrosity of dash cam comparison. So we're gonna get on the road and do a field test and see how it looks. This one has a flashing red dot. This one has a record light. This one didn't come on, I turned on manually, but it is recording, you can see from the time there. And that one over there just has a red light showing that it's recording. All right, what I'm gonna do now is go to a dark road and see how well this works at night. You can see see how it looks on a regular residential neighborhood. And actually we got rain, so that's even better. And right now, the M16 is the first one to shut off. And when I mean shut off, when I say shut off, I mean turn the display off. They're still recording, but the M16 turns its display off first, then the Garmin, and then the HD mirror cam, and the Vantrue stays on. These are all by default. Let's try the audio here. Okay, this is the audio right now of the Vantrue. How's that sound? Pretty good? Now, next up, we're going to have the audio from the M16. How does that sound to you as I drive down this dark road? 3rd, we're going to do the HD mirror cam, the SCN TV Classic I reviewed 2 years ago. How does that audio sound? What do you guys think about that? And finally, let's do the audio from the Garmin 45. Let's see how that audio sounds. I'm doing my best to project over there to give it a fair chance. I'm shouting at the Garmin. How does that audio sound? I'm going to put a poll at the end, and I want you guys to vote on which one you think is the best of these 4 cameras and I'll do the poll before I give my final opinion on this. All right, so it's time for my pros and cons, but this time I'm going to film my pros and cons with each camera I'm discussing. All right, let's look at some of the pros and cons of the Vantrue. The pros, I really like the cameras on the Vantrue, and the audio is actually about as good as the others get. The Vantrue is also by far the easiest to mount and reposition once it's been mounted. The only real cons is it's the most expensive at $200, and the SD card is a little bit difficult to access. I have to take it off usually to get to the SD card. Otherwise, the Vantrue is a solid camera. M16 pros and cons. The pro is that it has a rear camera, but the rear camera isn't nearly as good as the one on the Vantrue. If you like mounting your dash cam to your rear view mirror, this is certainly an option. The front camera is very good. The sound is pretty good. As far as the cons go, I'm not thrilled about having 2 SD cards. It seems unnecessary. I realize they're saving events to the second card, but the other dash cams have 1 card and they're able to do that as well. So it seems like 2 SD cards is unnecessary. Plus they're a little bit difficult to access. I've had to take the mirror off to get to them because they're not really easy to get to. The rear camera isn't great. At night you really can't see in the back seat too well, and I look kind of purple. So I'm not thinking the rear camera is as useful as it should be. And finally on the M16, I don't think the rear view mirror is as good as the rear view mirror in my car. So it's kind of a downgrade as far as the mirror itself goes. All right, the pros of the HD mirror cam. The pros is that it's the least expensive of all of them at only $50, and it's available in stores. I like that it comes with an SD card. And even though it doesn't have a rear cam, you can swivel the camera all the way back to work as a rear camera. So that's kind of cool. Again, I don't like that mirror as well as the one that comes with my car, but if you like the mirror cam concept, then this would be an option for you. The cons are obvious. The picture quality is far worse than the others. Also, it has a much narrower field of view, which has kind of a zoomed in look, which is good except for the fact that your peripheral vision gets kind of lost, where the others have a much wider angle. Also, the swivel seems kind of loose sometimes, and I've been driving and it's kind of bounced out of position. As you saw in the night shots, it was actually started off straight and ended up pointing off to the center of the road after I hit a bump. All right, to the Garmin 45. Pros on this one is the front camera is very good, and it has a whole host of features the others don't. I really like the fact that, for example, I was sitting at a red light and the traffic was moving and I didn't go right away, and it told me the traffic was moving. It tells you when you're going out of your lanes, it tells you when you're too close to the car in front of you. A lot of features the others don't have, which are very good. As far as the cons go, the audio is not very good at all. And I really don't like the fact that they tell you basically once you stick it in place, you're not moving it because it's very difficult to remove. I like how the Vantrue is so easily repositioned. This one, you can't really reposition it, so you're kind of stuck wherever you put it. I like the fact that they included an SD card. Even though it's 8 gig, at least there's something out of the box you can use it with. The Garmin also has the easiest to access SD card. All you have to do is pop it out of the bottom and then you're ready to go. All right, so in the end, my pick for the best one obviously is the Vantrue. Now, even though there is a slight blue tint to the Vantrue, I don't think it affects the clarity, which is as good or better than the Garmin. The audio is about as good as the M16 and the HD mirror cam, and all those are better than the Garmin as far as audio goes. It's the easiest to move once it's been mounted. It has the highest capacity SD card. I just think that this is the top pick. The Garmin is a close second. It probably has the most accurate color of all the cameras I tested here. The lack of a rear camera and the lack of good audio, I think, puts that in second place. But it also has a number of features the others don't, such as lane departure warnings, forward collision warnings, and other warnings like that. So those are also useful if that's something you're looking for. Have you used any of these dash cams? Tell me what you think in the comments below, or any dash cams like this I should do in a future comparison. Please follow my social profiles for progress pictures, videos as I go, and my Patreon page. Please subscribe for more product reviews from me, James White, with Freakin' Reviews.